Mr. Speaker, the Education and Other Legislation Amendment Bill 2026 is about ensuring that our education system works for every child, no matter where they live. It delivers practical reforms to strengthen re-engagement pathways, support continuity of education during disruption, reduces red tape, and ensures education remains central even for young people in the youth justice setting. These are practical reforms designed to deal with real problems, problems that impact my region daily. It's no secret that Cairns has disengagement from education from our youth, and it's quite high. And disengagement is often the first warning sign that a young person is falling through the cracks. And when a young person disconnects from school, they lose structure, support, and a sense of direction. And no young person sets out to disengage. It's usually a sign of something deeper that's not working for them. And if we do not re-engage them early, that gap can quickly turn into long-term disadvantage. Across Australia, around 1 in 5 students, or 20%, are disengaged from school in some form. And in Queensland, among students who leave school early, more than 27% are not in education, employment or training at all. And that is more than 1 in 4 young people at risk of being left behind, which is a really sad statistic. And when kids miss out on education, it's not just a gap in learning, it's a gap in opportunity and future pathways. And we know where this can lead. To stolen cars, to vandalised buildings, to broken storefront windows and brazen break and enters. Without purpose or direction, too many young people drift into the wrong footpath, or into the wrong path. And too often, that path leads straight into the justice system. This is a reality that we are determined to change. But one of the biggest problems we have faced is that our education system has not always kept pace with reality. For too long, it has operated in silos. Programs existed, schools worked hard, community organisations stepped in, but the system did not properly connect those efforts. And that is where too many young people have fallen through the cracks. In places like Cairns, we have already seen re-engagement programs that are excellent. The Busy School programs, the Open Learning Campus, Catholic Education's Holy Spirit Schools, and community-based services are doing an incredible job reconnecting young people to education. But under the previous legislative framework, these pathways were not always clearly recognised. A young person could be actively participating in a program, rebuilding their confidence, engaging with learning again, and still be counted as disengaged simply because they were not in a traditional classroom. And this bill fixes that. It does not replace those programs, it strengthens them. It recognises that re-engagement is a legitimate and essential path of the education journey. It allows schools, government and community organisations to work together to support students back into education, training or employment. And our government is serious about breaking the cycle of disadvantage and offending, and we are serious about education as a part of that solution. And we're already seeing that approach reflected on the ground in Far North Queensland. The new Ohana Youth Justice School is being delivered in Cairns is a clear example of that. In Cairns, we have close to 60 serious repeat youth offenders continuing to cycle through the system. Many have grown up without stability, without support, and without a clear sense of purpose, and many have the education of an 8-year-old. And we cannot accept that as inevitable. Education offers another pathway. It provides structure, opportunity, and more importantly, hope. It gives young people a reason to turn up, to try, and to believe that there is a different future for them. And that is what the Ohana Youth Justice School and the regional reset programs and the Kickstarter programs are all about. And that's why our government is investing so heavily into those programs for our region. And this bill provides the legislative foundation to support that work, because re-engagement is only part of the solution. We also have to make sure that when young people are in the classroom, that they are supported to succeed. And we are taking action to lift literacy and numeracy, including stronger participation in NAPLAN and the introduction of early phonics and numeracy checks in Year 1. At the same time, we are tracking behaviour and safety in schools, a $33 million anti-bullying action plan, behaviour boost funding, rapid response teams and expanded wellbeing support are helping create safer classrooms. We are backing principals and teachers with the tools that they need to manage increasingly complex classrooms. And this stands in stark contrast to the situation we inherited from the former Labor government, where behaviour issues were escalating and teachers felt unsupported. Another key part of this bill is reducing unnecessary red tape. Across Queensland, more than 57,000 teachers and 19,000 teacher aides support our students. In far north Queensland alone, that means thousands of educators working across vast distances in challenging conditions. And they don't have the large administrative teams or spare capacity. So this bill reduces regulatory burden and gives teachers back time, their most precious asset. We've delivered more than 1,000 additional teachers and reduced vacancy rates to their lowest level in 5 years. More students are choosing teaching as a career, with applications increasing by over 5% since we came into government. Through the $221 million More Teachers, Better Education plan, we are strengthening the workforce and supporting teachers to build specialist capability. We are also investing in wellbeing, behaviour support and workplace safety. And we're embracing tools like Corelli AI to help reduce administrative burdens. And these tools support teachers, they do not replace them. Finally, I want to acknowledge the arts reforms within this bill. As the Assistant Minister for Creative Arts, I know that in regions like Far North Queensland, the arts are not an add-on. In Far North Queensland, the arts are central to how we build identity, connection and opportunity. Participation in music and the arts helps young people engage in education and connect to their school and their community. And that connection is critical because when students feel engaged, they are far more likely to succeed. And venues like CPAC and events like the Cairns Junior Eisteddfod are an important part of our community. And this week, thousands of students are taking part in the Eisteddfod across music, dance, speech and writing, and I wish them all the very best of luck. While this bill focuses on governance, it supports a system that allows these opportunities to exist and thrive. And as we head towards the 2032 Olympic and Paralympic Games, it is essential that regional Queensland is ready to perform. And this bill may not make the headlines this week, but it will impact communities right across Queensland. It strengthens the system, connects the gaps, and supports young people to stay engaged. Because no matter where a child lives, whether in Brisbane or in the Barron River, they deserve the opportunity to succeed. I support this bill.
I call the member.